Dear students, today we are going to find the expression for capacitance of a spherical surface, say a sphere, charge sphere, and we are also going to find the expression for capacitance of a cylindrical capacitor, means when two cylinders are oppositely charged and coaxially held. So we shall talk about these things one by one. So first of all, let us see. We have already discussed the expression for two concentric spheroidal surfaces charged oppositely, and in that case we have found the capacitance. Now we are here applying the same method. Capacitance is defined as charge per unit volt, and we have earlier derived that the total charge. You can see if the charge density, surface charge density is sigma, then that multiplied by the total surface will give us the total charge on the surface. Say for example, we have a sphere and it carries a sigma charge per unit area, so sigma into 4 pi a square, where a is the radius of the sphere. Then we have the total charge is equal to sigma 4 pi a square, and that divided by potential means potential generated due to accumulation of this charge on the sphere. And how we are going to find it? We take the amount of work done in bringing this much charge from infinity to this point A. So we integrate it for the limit r is equal to for initial value r is equal to infinity to r is equal to a, and then we solve it. We get that in that expression you will see the expression b is vanishing, because here we are taking a, rather we can also take b as the radius of the sphere, but since we have taken as a, so in that expression you can replace b by a and take a is equal to infinity, and then we get this expression sigma 4 pi epsilon, sigma 4 pi a square, that is the total charge, divided by 4 pi epsilon a. So these two cancel out and it becomes 4 pi epsilon not a. I leave this exercise for you. Here I have given the hint taken in the previous expression we have derived, and we are taking b is equal to a and a is equal to infinity and compute the value potential difference using the formula E dot dr within the limits r infinity to a. Now students, we are going to find the expression for capacitance of a charge cylindrical capacitor. Here we are taking two coaxially held cylindrical surfaces which are oppositely charged. The middle one is having a smaller radius a, and the outer one cylinder, the outer cylinder is having the radius b. Now we take a Gaussian surface, cylindrical surface whose radius is r, and length of all these cylinders are taken to be small l. Now we know that electric flux is defined is by definition E dot dA. So we get the electric field, we take it as constant for the surface, and then E dot 2 pi RL. This is the integral value of A. Here you see for the cylindrical surface we can very much understand that electric field for the flat surface is at 90 degree to the area vector, and for the curved surface, this is the curved surface, for the curved surface electric field and area vector both are along same direction. So the E dot A factor will survive only for the curved surface, and therefore we get E into 2 pi r, the surface, curved surface is 2 pi r L, and that multiplied by E. So this is our one expression for electric flux. And similarly from the Gauss law we have phi electric flux is equal to 1 by epsilon naught q in total charge, and that becomes, therefore on equating these two, we get electric field is equal to q in by epsilon naught 2 pi rl. We are equating these equations. Phi is equal to 2 E into 2 pi rl, phi is equal to 1 by epsilon q1. And so we equate and we get this expression for electric field produced due to the charged cylindrical surface. Now potential difference is defined is found by finding the amount of work done, and that is E dot dr. We are using this relation. We have already talked about E is equal to minus dV by dr. So we are using this relation, potential difference is equal to minus E dr, and for electric field we have q in by 4 pi epsilon naught rl, but r is variable, so we keep it within the integral, and L is constant, so we keep this factor outside the integral. And then the limit is r is equal to a, that is the radius of the interior cylindrical surface, to the r is equal to b, that is the radius of the outer surface. In the integral we have r to the power minus 1 dr, and that becomes log to the base e, so log b minus log a. Since minus sign is there, so when we accommodate the minus sign, it becomes log a minus log b, and log to the base e, so log b to the base e, log n, log a to the base e. So that means it becomes q in by it becomes, you see, q in by 2 pi epsilon naught L, and log a by b to the base e. So this we get the expression for electric potential difference across the two cylindrical surfaces charged oppositely. Once we got this expression, we can find the capacitance of the cylindrical capacitor by using the relations C is equal to total charge by total potential difference. And so Q in we keep it as it is, and for V we have Q in by 2 pi epsilon naught L and ln AB. So that means Q in cancel each other, and the factor 2 pi epsilon L goes in the numerator, and ln to, a by b to the base e remains in the denominator. So this is the expression for capacitance of a cylindrical capacitor. That's all for today. Thank you.